What's good, YouTube? Xamus555 here, and I'm coming to you guys with a deck profile update on my Psychic deck. As you guys know, I normally do this the other way around, but I like to mix things up. First of all, I just want to say sorry I haven't made a video in like a week. Just haven't got around to it, really haven't had any inspiration. And yeah, I've just been busy playing other stuff, like Assassin's Creed 3 just came out, and just got Ragnarok Odyssey for my Vita, so pretty busy. Anyways, though, the deck's changed a little bit, not a lot. As you can see, I'm running some more traps. Other than that, yeah, I'll get things started here. So, yes, I finally got my second Grandsoil. I don't like 3. I think 3 is too many. I think 2 is just the perfect number. 1 wasn't enough. I wasn't seeing enough, and I think 2 is just really, really good. I see a lot of people running 3 like Jeff Jones did, but you just get some really cloggy hands with 3, and I mean, generally if you drop 1 or 2, you probably have game. I mean, if I drop 1, I'm in a really good position, but if you drop 2, you're probably going to win. So I just think having that third, as much as it's nice to get to it sooner, it's not really necessary. 3 wizards, still like 3. I was kind of tempted to go down to 2 because I hate drawing like too many of them opening hand. But I mean, regardless, he's 1900 beater. He's really, really powerful. And he's just a good floater. He gets around Thunder King. He does crazy synchro plays, yada, yada, yada. And he's really the main guy you're usually always going to be synchroing with. So, 3 Witch, you have to run 3. She's your main floater of the deck. She just gets the whole engine started. Really, really good. 1 Cleric. I really, really like Cleric at 1. I was tempted to take out a Wizard and try a Cleric, but I mean, the problem with Cleric is its effect is a cost. He's nice because I can grab it with Emergency Teleport. But honestly, I just think 1's just a good number. Is that 1 good floater monster to grab for level 3. So 2 Commander. I see a lot of people just running 1 or none. I think you gotta run this guy. Like, he's basically 1900 beater. He gets under bottomless. He crashes with Thunder King. And I love the part where, and people don't realize this, it's any psychic monster. So you can do some really cool plays where, like, say you have him on the field, you summon him, and then you go Emergency Teleport for Witch. They have a Thunder King on the field, and then you attack with the Witch crashes into Thunder King, but you're going to go and pump it, or pump down his Thunder King by 500 in the damage step and crash, and you get a +1 off of it. So, really, really good. I like it a lot. I think you gotta run 2. Now, as you guys can see, I was originally running 2 Esper Girls and 1 Jumper. I actually switched it around. Jumper is just amazing. Any game I get off Jumper, I usually win, especially if I grab something huge. It's just a very devastating card. People always use their Veilers on it, which is fine with me because then I'm just going to Synchro. I really don't care. And I just found with 2 Esper Girl, like, as much as I like getting Esper Girl's effect off, I was drawing it too much. And I mean, I'd rather draw Jumper in my hand than Esper Girl, because Jumper's actually got an in-hand effect. Esper Girl's pretty much useless if you draw her. So I think 1's just a good number. She's just your 1 good Witch target if you have a good play set up. And you know, once she's in the grave, your Wizard's got some cool combos set up, and you start plussing. So, all honesty, I really think all you need is 1 Esper after testing. So that's the whole Psychic engine. That's pretty much everything. For everything else, we got 1 Giant Rat. I like the 1 Rat just because he gets a Grand Mole. He can grab your Witch. He can grab Commander, Jumper, whatever. He pretty much grabs the whole deck. Heck, if you want to, you can grab Maxx. That's really bad, but I mean, you can do it. Yeah, and then 1 Grandmole is really, really good. Basically, just now to a lot of synchros, big monsters, and I just love, like, a lot of times people are going to have protection, but the problem is you're going to have a Witch on the field, and they don't want a Torrential or Mirror Force, so you're just going to, like, summon the Grand Mole, and you're going to, like, flip, or attack their monster, it's going to bounce back to their hand, and you get some pretty rad pluses off of it. So, really, really good card. I think you kind of got to run it in this deck. Grand Mole is just one of those really good anti-meta cards. So for hand traps, as you guys know before, I was running 2 Trigodias as well. I wouldn't mind actually finding room to put 1 Trag back in, just because, like, Trag's, you know, really, really good. But I just found 2 was too cloggy. It wasn't giving me the protection I needed. Yes, Trag can win games, but I mean, ultimately, it wasn't really working with the consistency of the deck. It is Earths, you know, it's about synchroing and XYZ, well, sometimes XYZing, but and Trag was good, but a lot of times he wasn't helping me with the plays I wanted. He was more of just like okay, here's Trag, he's got 3,000 attack, you know, you have to deprison him, which is cool, but at the end of the day, when I'm, you know, needing to get some plays out, he was just a bit too slow, and he wasn't giving me the protection I actually needed, so, still like the 2 Maxi, I still like 2 Veiler. Maxi's amazing in this deck, as an Earth, and, yeah, I think you just gotta run Gorz. So it's 21 monsters. Spells haven't changed a whole lot. 3 Tele still. This card is ridiculous. So guys, just gonna reposition here. There we go. 3 Tele is ridiculous. Not really gonna say anything about that. 3 Altis is hot too. 2 Duality, I still like the Duality. Sometimes, you know, you draw it and like the turn that a Witch's effect goes off, and then obviously you special summon that turn so you can't use it, which sucks, but I mean, I think you gotta play it, because opening hand, sometimes you don't get to that Witch fast enough, and this just helps you consistently get to Witch, or other power play cards that you might need at that moment. So, I think Duality is just a very necessary card in the deck. 2 MST Storm, I was gonna try out a 3rd MST, but I still think I'd rather side the 3rd one, so. Now, originally I was running 2 Miracle Synchro Fusions. This card's actually amazing. I thought it was just gonna be okay at 1, but 2 was actually really, really good. It sucked early game when you were drawing it, and your opponent actually didn't even have any MSTs in their hand. But basically, I just decided that as much as I really liked the card, I think that the best choice was to get a more aggressive card rather than a more passive card. So what I ended up doing was throwing in a creature swap, and so far this is actually testing amazingly. It's really bad versus windups, and it's bad against decks that swarm. But I mean, just the fact that you can, if your opponent's got a big beefy field out, or just even one card, this thing can win games. And I mean, you just basically summon your Witch and then you swap, and they're not very happy. So it's a really, really good card. A lot of times people go like first turn Zen mains, and I just love going Witch, swap, take your Zen mains. What are you gonna do? I probably might take this back. I'm testing it for now, like we'll see. I might actually take this out for a second one of these, but I'm probably going to make it a 41 card deck. There's 2 cards I'm still missing if anybody has these. I still need a Psychic Overload, that's the trap card, and I'm actually still looking for Hyper Psychic Blaster, which is a level 9 guy, so. Mind Control, Pot of Avarice, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, no Book of Moon, I don't like Book of Moon, in here. Mind Control is really, really good in here just because you have so many tuners, you have XYZs, you have cards of a ton of different levels, although honestly most of the time you're going to be synchroing. I don't run any rank 4 XYZs in this deck, so I mean, that's kind of pointless, but yeah, Mind Control is really, really good. So on for traps, as you guys know before, I was running 2 Torrentials and then 2 Call the Haunteds. I like the Call, I think they were good for pluses, but I honestly don't think it was a necessary card to run. It gave me more Synchro plays, but I don't know, I just really didn't think it was necessary. I decided I need more protection, and this deck can gain life points so quickly, especially if you're playing it properly, that these cards really don't hurt you all too much. I mean, this can hurt you if you're like late game, you have 11,000 life points and you have to Judgment and you go down to like 5,500, that kind of sucks, but I mean, it's better than dropping down to 4,000 or less, so these are just basically important cards I think that most decks need to run, and having these on the field with an Eteria Beast and a Barkion is just so good. I just decided I had to run them. I hate drawing these once you have field presence, but it's just too good early game with a Witch set, and just gives you that extra protection you need. So yeah, guys, that's the decks, 40 cards. I'll go through the extra deck really quickly here just because I know people are going to ask. Like I said, changes I want to make is I'm probably going to bump it up to 41 cards, and I add a Psychic Overload once I get one. Just kind of hoping to find an ultimate rare somewhere. And then I might take this out for another one of the Miracle Synchro Fusions. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's quickly move on to the Synchros, and a couple XYZs are on. So for your Naturia monsters, we got Nat Beast and Barkion. Most of the time, actually, going to Barkion. He's the easiest one to make, and Barkion is just so huge. Beast is really, really good, but a lot of times this is just the better card to go for. If you get them both out, though, you generally are going to win. 1 Scrap Dragon, just a good 8. I actually don't go into 8s very often in this deck, but they're still there just in case. And Thought Ruler is actually really, really powerful, obviously, in this deck. He just gains you lots of life points, negates stuff, and if you have him and a bunch of other Psychics on the field, it's usually GG. It's really hard for them to get around it. Black Rose, I actually make a lot in this deck. Black Rose is fantastic. It's still a very underrated card, and I mean, even though a lot of people are running more Veilers now, it's just too good not to run still. So I mean, I think Black Rose is just that one really good 7. For another 7, I have Psychic Life Transfer. This thing plus Magical Android in the field is really, really funny. You're just basically getting life points for days, and you get to the point where you have so many life points that your opponent's just gonna kind of maybe give up because like, this is ridiculous. Basically just banish a Psychic in your graveyard, gain 1,200 life points. So really good. It's 2,400 attack too, which is actually pretty decent. Another big level 7. And then we have Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. He's just that other level 6 in there that's good to have. 2600 attack goes over Stardust, Xian, stuff like that, so he's good to have. One of my favorite cards in the extra deck, actually, is Psychic Nightmare. I love this guy. Basically, you just declare a card in your opponent's hand, you get a look at it, and if you call it right, he gains 1,000 attack, so he goes up to 3,400 until the end of your opponent's turn. So it's very, very, very good. It's basically like a psych version of Excalibur, so very, very cool card. One Catastor, staple in here. I go into Catastor quite a bit. Android's actually one of my favorite Synchros in the deck. It's very, really powerful, and you can gain life points really, really quickly. You basically get this on the field, a couple other floaters like a Witch, and maybe you have like a, let's say, Wizard on the field. That's 1,800 every end phase. Boom, 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 and then they finally kill this. You're like plus off the Witch, plus off the Wizard, and it's just insane. This deck's just like pluses for days. So obviously that's all the Synchros. I'm just missing the Hyper Psychic Blaster. So this extra deck is short one card. For XYZs, we have the one Leviair. I really don't XYZ a whole lot in this deck, but Leviair is just too good not to go into. I mean, there is the odd chance sometimes that you're gonna go Witch's Effect for Esper Girl, and then they're gonna Warning the Witch in the standby phase. She stays banished forever, basically. But the cool thing about Leviair is he obviously can bring back banished cards, but Esper Girl just gets her effect regardless of how she's brought back from the banished zone. So if you do a Leviair play, bring it back, you get a nice little float on the field. Soul of Silver Mountain, I had the room, so I was just like, well, what's another good rank 3 I can make? I mean, I could technically take this guy out. It might be the best choice and run one rank 4 XYZ just because I'm running the Rat and the 3 Wizards and the Mind Control. It might just be a good call, but so far I haven't actually brought this guy out, but I thought he'd be a cool addition. He's got a really good effect. You basically just attack and you special an Earth from your graveyard. That's level 4 or lower, I believe. So really, really cool card. He's not bad either. He's got like 1,800 attack. 2,200 defense, so, and the one Zen main's gonna run. And one of my favorite cards in the entire deck is Ultimate Axon Kicker. You usually get this guy out and your opponent just goes, oh my gosh, that is so broken. Can't be destroyed by card effects. You attack a monster, they take damage if it's in defense position, they take piercing, and he gains life points equal to the attack of the monster he destroyed. So, oops, sorry guys. So yeah, really, really powerful, and I highly recommend at least running one of these and one Miracle Synchro Fusion. So yeah, guys, that's the deck. Sorry if I talk too much, but just kind of wanted to go through things again. If you guys didn't watch the other video, this is kind of the other version. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys all have a fantastic day. And yeah, hopefully, I might not be able to make it at YCS Seattle. I'm waiting for my passport showing in the mail. Hopefully it shows up. Cross your fingers. If it does, I'll see all you at YCS Seattle, and I really look forward to attending the events. Anyways, guys, you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.